Morning. So we're live. Let me see if I could share this live to my community ASAP. Okay, this is it. I'm live. I'm live. Visualize Edge. I'm live. Alright. Think we're good to go. If there's a way to drop it on, there's a way I'll be able to drop it here on my status. Let me just do that ASAP. Let's see. I think we're good to go. All right. Instagram, is there a possibility? All right, let's see. We ain't seeing the live shown. I'm gonna share regardless. All right, let's see. Maybe hopefully we have like more people join us, and so that's it. Okay, I think we're good to go. So guys, how we doing? What have we been up to? So today actually basically we just want to show us the challenge, the Chieftain's challenge. What we've been doing for the week. This is week 4. The first week we didn't really have much trade. Second week we experienced a loss, a drawdown on the account. We had one loss, and we also had one, trade stop execution. We had to stop one trade from giving us a massive loss. The third week we got into profit. That's on a Monday on GBP/USD, and this is the fourth week. So the third week I actually had a trip where I wasn't able to send in more signals. I'm going to show us all the signals we missed. So it was my fault. We should have been up, in a very good amount, but it was my fault that I wasn't able to, give us the setups that I had planned, marked out then. All right, so I have some people on this live. You guys are welcome. This is so nice. Okay, let me be professional. Then I also have, very good setups. The market was trending last week, but this week, this is the fourth week, and this is day 1. This is a Monday, and let's see what we can find out on the chart. I haven't done anything on the chart. I want us to do it together. This is like a live market breakdown. You get to see how the edge plays out. I'm a day trader and slash intraday trader, so let's get to see what we can do on the chart. So this is trading view. Okay, I haven't shared my screen yet. Let me share my screen. Share screen. I'm gonna share trading view. I hope we can all see my screen. All right, so this is product. All right, so this is on Euro USD. I was gonna give us a setup, but I wasn't sure of this, so I did not give this setup to the community. And as you can see, the setup actually hit a loss. But on a personal account, I took this and I experienced a loss. So I was actually very, 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 very selective with every trade I give to the community for this challenge, because I knew that not every setup I would give us a win. I needed like the best setup, the A plus setup. This was an A plus setup, but it's just one of those trades that doesn't go your way. But what we're looking at right now is this. We had a trade on, let's say, USD, which I wasn't able to give us. and it went into a win. So we're expecting this market to come to this level, sell, then bounce back. I got into this level. I actually have a video for this. We're supposed to buy from here, actually not here, here, and hold this straight up to this level, risking just below this low, and this is it. It would have actually been in a very good trade of a 1 to 3.7 risk to reward, and this would have really helped our account a whole lot. But when I was not like in the opportunity to take the trade, so I didn't send in the signal, which was very sad. So we missed out on this setup. This is like this is like a gold mine even, you know. Someone said nothing is showing on my screen. Sharing this tab to the studio YouTube. I'm pretty sure this is showing. All right, yes, I'm sharing my screen. All right, I am sharing my screen. And let me go back to the video I was showing. Then this is actually what I'm looking out for. I was waiting for this, but it had happened already because the market broke out of this trend line. But fast forward, this is in the past now. All we're looking for is great opportunities, and we have opportunities on every pair. So right now, look at the overall view. I like to do like a weekly view of every pair. Look at the entire chart for SAUSD. Try to zoom out. We can see that the market's following market structure. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So the market is between this lower swing and this higher swing. The market is ranging. You can see the swing high, swing low. So whatever we're doing inside is internal structures. We're trading internal structures. And internal structures on the daily time frame for XAUSD, the internal structures have been printing somewhat we could call higher structures. On the daily, it doesn't seem significant. On the 4 hour, we can see the market creating a higher, liquidating the lows here, going up to put a new high, then a low. So we're anticipating it being that it has gotten to this level of demand will likely push higher to break this new high. So we are saying the market is within this range and this range right now. Let me just highlight that area. So market is between this level, just extend it this level. So this is what the market is likely doing. It's inside of this range. So market can likely even come lower, or we're expecting it to break the high. But that's dependent. It's dependent. Nothing is given when it comes to the charts. You just have to follow the principles of the structures, printing, also the fundamentals and the sentimentals. So that is it. So the short-term trades we've been looking out for is the market broke out. I was actually expecting this level to be what's taken out. This is on H4. Let me write it down. H4, but it was not mitigated. I was actually waiting for this to be mitigated. It was not. It said it has broken out of this trend and looks like it's going higher. I do not know where it's going. It has broken this high. Let's go to smaller time frame like the H1. Following this trend down, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now, this is the swing that's broken it out. Higher high. Is the market going to come in and give us a higher low right here? Something like this to push higher. Because if you look at this clearly, this is the only point this is the only point that is free, the only demand zone that market should actually want to be interested in. So let's call this the H1 demand zone. Turn this to green. I just want to confirm if everyone's seeing what I'm doing. Yes, they are. How many people do I have on this live? Just me and one other person. Wow. All right, so this is what I'm looking out for. The market will come back to this level of demand and likely go even higher since the market has broken out this trend. But let's not forget that we still have an inefficient area below. SAUSD is really crazy. It just keeps creating like a lot of inefficient areas. But that's it about SAUSD right now. This is what I'll be looking out for. This swing high, call it internal swing high, INT swing. INT swing. Also, just you could just delete this one, clone this one, INT swing, INT swing. We already know that it means swing high, swing low. So this gave birth to this. This has put in a new high, so this new high should put in a higher low to take price even higher. So this is what I'm looking out for. And if this happens, maybe we'll be looking at some very, very good pattern, like a trend line, something like this. Yeah, yeah, an extension to this. One touch, break a structure, another touch, then this should give us a higher award. So that's what we're looking out for. So I'm just going to leave this trend line here, hoping that price will at some point in time, bounce on that level. So now let's fast forward to the next setup. This is on GBP USD. GBP USD looks like it's printing out really good, really good print. Like if you look at this on a lower time frame, now let's use the H4. Let's see what we're looking out for on GBP USD. Let's zoom in. You can clearly see GBP USD. This is a level of this level right here is a level of supply on H4. This supply a level. Let's zoom out first. This level has not been mitigated at all. You can see it that this is the origin. It hasn't been mitigated, and if you look at this, you can see that the market on H1 looks like it has mitigated, but on H4 it's very clear. Market has reacted on that level, and if we see this, this is what I was looking out for. But now let's see. Let's go to a smaller time frame, like the 15 minutes, to see if there's a structural break. And I think there is. You can see the market created a high, relative equal highs. The market created a low here, and it has been broken. This has been broken. The market needs to retest, and I think it has done its retest. So if you go to a smaller time frame, we'll likely see if this level will be respected or not. So the market has done a retest. So probably the market is in a demand level now. So let's say from here, since we can't get it a supply level, let's use a fib level like the golden zone from here to here. Now the market has retested, so this is a good place to sell from. You can see the market is already selling, but I could have gotten in, but I was waiting for us to get into the live, and hopefully would have anticipated this trade up to this level, which fills up this inefficient area. So this is more like a missed setup already. I do not like to take major risks by getting in again, because imagine getting in at this level. This is okay. This is not so bad to take, but for this challenge, we want something really, really, really small. This is 8 o'clock. So let's see what a 1 hour candle is printing. Is it printing a rejection candle or not? If it prints a rejection candle with an engulfing candle to engulf this, remember this is where we plan to enter. If the candle engulfs this level, if it engulfs this one, they would likely enter this trade to sell to this level. That should give us a 1 to what? A 1 to 2.4 weeks to reward. So this is likely the setup we'll be looking out for on GBP USD. But now the market has broken out of this trend. So it's really scary, because if the market breaks out of the trend, the likely chance is that it's never going to return again. But if we are waiting for the retest, maybe we could just get out from here and see what the market does. So we should be able to sell. Let's see. I think we'll be able to sell on GBP USD. But that's if the criteria are met by seeing a rejection candle. Also on Euro USD, where I took a loss of, this is what we'll be looking out for. Let's see. Okay, please hold on, guys. Let me try and fix something. Let me try and fix something on my phone. Alright, so I don't want to trip. Okay, the internet is pretty bad here. So on this Euro USD, I still have one person here. Okay, I have 4 persons. Wow, this is nice. People are joining. You guys are welcome. So on Euro USD, this is what I'm looking out for. I was actually waiting for this market to come to this level of demand, yeah, because on the weekly, it is clear that I'm just gonna have to take this guy out. All right, on the weekly, this is it. I hope we can see this. The market has what liquidated a demand level, so the market ought to go higher, but when it did that on the weekly, it did not give us an entry. So let's go to the daily. You can see the weekly. This is the weekly. This one right here, the market came here and aggressively what pulled back, but no entry. Why hasn't it given us an entry? That's a question. I don't know why. The market just kept going on and going on and going. My thought was the market will come down and use all of this level as what liquidations. Though it broke out of this trend, retested on this level, kept going higher, but market hasn't even given us like to come low. The reason I got into a sell that took me out was because the market at some point in time shifted. This is the market structure shift on the 4 hour. So this is a MSS, so more like a change of character because the market was creating higher structures, higher internal structures, and now the market would see get this level. Let's zoom in this. Let's just look at it. This is a clear break of structure. So I was actually okay, but the only thing I did wrong in this trade on my personal account was that I didn't wait for a confirmation entry. Yeah, if I'd waited, maybe I wouldn't have been taken out. But it looks like a good 8+ setup trade to get in and allow it to ride to this level. But he did not do that. You can see my anticipation. I did not follow this pattern. I got really carried away, and I got a loss on that trade. But it was a very good setup. I did not impulsively get in on that setup. So this is it. And there are a lot of inefficient areas here, a lot of equal lows that have been created, just like this one. So why has the market not come down to what get targets in? I do not know. Euro dollar seems to be ranging because this is clearly a range. This is not a trending market. Anything that does anything like this, equal highs, equal lows, equal highs, equal lows. This is called a range. So anticipation is that the market will likely come down to one level, and give us a reaction, or go higher to the other level and give us a reaction. So on euro dollar right now, we'll just be sitting on our hands because we can't really do anything. We have to wait for the market to align itself, and when it does, we're ready to take it. But I know euro dollar should go higher, but I do not know when. No one really knows what happens in the market. You just need to see the market flow, see your edge play out, and take advantage of it almost immediately. So let's go to another pair. This will be sitting on our hands on euro dollar anticipating a sell, which means GBP is actually valid for a sell if the 1 hour candle that's right now, the 1 hour candle what aligns with what we're anticipating it to do. So we can see that this trade looks like it's going to engulf. Once it engulfs all of this, we're getting on the next candle, then allow it to ride. If it doesn't, we don't get in. So it's candle confirmation we're just waiting for because it's currently in a premium zone, and it's okay for it to be in a premium zone to get us in on the setup because everything looks really good. It looks smooth. It looks smooth. I ain't gonna lie. Then let us look at GBP this one is actually one very nice A+ setup that I've refused to get into my level. The market was here, change of character, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Market structure shift, break of structure. I thought it was going to go up. The market was supposed to come here, tag us in. It did not. It just zoomed in like a little bit at that level and started coming down. And okay, it didn't come down, it got to this level, it didn't get into this inducement zone, which was the take profit target, which means the trade is still valid. Then the market started printing higher structures, and now the market has been ranging since Wednesday. So my plan and my hope for this trade was for it to tag us in and come down here. But if this trade, it's gonna sell, GBP is gonna sell, it means we're not gonna be able to see this trade come to life. But if it isn't, then we're going to see something like this. Hopefully it's ranges, get strength over the CHF, and GBP USD actually just keeps ranging around that zone. it helps us get a tag in them, but I do not know. I do not know. This is one tricky pair. So all you need to do is like sit. I've been waiting for this pair to align itself since it was around here. And now it has done the alignment. It has not given us a reason to want to get into this setup. This is a clean setup. Break of structure, lower time frame. I mean, lower structures, market shifts, change of character. Market should come in, do some liquidity, and get us in for a buy. So you can see I'm waiting for the sell to buy. This is an A plus setup, and I don't want to miss it, but the market ain't giving us what we're looking for right now. So we have to stay out. So this is another pair I'll be looking out for, CHF JPY. This is the one pair that has given us 2 losses on this challenge. The market could have given us more. It gave us all we wanted, but we did not get tagged into that trade when we set in our limit order. So, and that was because it had been executed on a different broker. I already explained that in, I think, one of my videos. Then we can see the market breaking structures to lower time, lower structures. Now the market seems to be realigning itself. Yeah, we know we want it to sell. This is on the 4 hour. We want the market to sell. The market has created lower structures. Let's call this the change of character. CHOCH. Yeah. And that's a change of character. This is a market liquidation. High did not break. Lower structures, break of structures, BOS. Now the market went higher again to a level of supply, a premium level, just this right here. You can see it. That's a supply level. Now the next supply level is just this one right here, sitting right here. The market broke structure. Now the market has been reacting on this level. And what the market has been doing, it has been creating liquidity pool. When the market is ranging, it's creating liquidity above and below. So we're seeing this level, equal highs, relative equal highs. Now the market has liquidated this level. So what I'm anticipating from this pair is that as it is ranging, the market will see come back and tag us into one of these levels of demand around here, liquidating all of this other level. I felt it would have tagged us in here this was on Wednesday last week, but it did not. It just, let me zoom in so you guys get to see what I'm talking about. See it. This market came so close here. I was so excited that we're going to get a run, but it just paused here and kept going higher. Like, how? Who does that? And see what it gave. Like, this would have been a whole lot of money. This is a chunk load of money, but it did not tag us in, so it isn't a trade. So what we can do is just wait patiently, and anticipate that this setup would play out in due time. But I would see a rundown since liquidity has been taken, a rundown, taking more liquidity, tag us in, and will allow this trade to run to this level. So this will likely be a much more better risk reward, more like a 1 to 12 if it plays out this way, a 1 to 12. And this should give us a significant amount on our challenge. So this is what I've been looking out for, guys, on all of these pairs. CHF JPY has been ranging. We have GBP CHF also ranging. It hasn't given us what we're looking out for. We have GBP USD, giving us a sale right now that I could have gotten in, but I didn't get in because of this video. I wanted us to do some live analysis, live breakdown. I didn't want to touch anything on the chart. Then we have Euro USD, looking like giving us a sell, but we're still waiting for added confirmation to know why this did not play out after market broke structure. It's not a liquidity sweep, it is a structure break. And we have SAUSD hoping to give us a sell. So let's see how all of this plays out. This is Monday. The weekly candle just opened, and whenever it's Monday or the first of anything the year, the first of the year, the first of the day, the first of the hour, the first hour, what the candle anatomy does is it gives you a range. If it's going higher, it gives you a pullback, a rally up, the true move, then comes back to close. This is how the candle anatomy looks like. Gives you the high, the low, the high, and the close. the open, the high, the low, the high, and the close. Same thing if it's bearish, it gives you the open, gives you the high, gives you the low, then gives you the close. So this is just a plain simple candle anatomy. So guys, let me see how many people we have on this. I have 4 people. You guys, thank you all for coming up. I really do appreciate. Someone say can't see my screen. Are you serious? But it shows me that my screen is being recorded right now. Like, this is what it's showing. Let me see. Let me take a picture of it. This is what it's showing me. Like, how is it that you can't see my screen? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna review this. If this happens to be that it hasn't seen my screen, said it's my face that is showing. It happens that because I'm still sharing now. Let me stop sharing. All right, I've stopped sharing. So I was sharing my screen. I'm going to confirm this. If it happens that I have been talking since and no one has, it hasn't been recorded, I'm so vexed. Then I have to do another live stream. But for today, I've done the needful. I really appreciate you all for coming up. Thank you so much. I'm gonna see you later. Bye, guys.